What are billable hours in a law firm? Oh my goodness, that's a question you asked me down in the comments of another video, so I gotta answer it. And I hate this question and I hate billable hours, but I'm gonna give you the answer today on this episode of the Inside BS Show. Hi, it's Dave Lorenzo, and the question I received today down in the comments of another video is, hey Dave, what are billable hours in a law firm? All right, so billable hours are just that. It's time that clients are being charged for. So this could be the time the lawyer or a paralegal or even a clerk is spent working on a case, and you get charged whatever the hourly rate is. And that's what a billable hour is essentially. But today, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I hate billable hours and 3 things you can do rather than bill by the hour. We're also going to talk about the number 1 thing you should take away from any discussion about billable hours. I'm going to share that with you at the end of the video. I also have a free gift for you. It's my Revenue Roadmap. The Revenue Roadmap is a marketing plan for your firm. If you want this free gift, just scroll down to the bottom of the video. There's a link in the description that says free gift from Dave, and it says revenueroadmapguide.com directly below that. Just click on that link, enter your contact info, download my law firm marketing plan, the Revenue Roadmap Guide. All right, what are billable hours in a law firm? Well, billable hours, number 1, the first thing you should know about billable hours is getting paid by the hour or billing by the hour for a law firm. That sucks. Why? Because you have no incentive to wrap up the case quickly when that may be in the client's best interest. So if you're billing by the hour and that is not in alignment with your client's interests, hourly billing is actually unethical. Most lawyers who bill by the hour hate it when I say that, but think about a litigation matter, for example. If you're billing your client by the hour and the client is being sued and all they want is to be done with the litigation, it's not in your best interest, although you've taken an oath to think about the client's best interest and put that first, it's not in your best interest to wrap up the case quickly. It's in the client's interest to wrap up the case quickly, but it's in your best interest financially to drag the case out as long as possible. I was sitting one day at lunch with the managing partner of a very large law firm, and he was telling me how excited he was by this new legal team he acquired in a very specific matter. And he said they've got 3 outstanding cases right now, and they've got the people dead to rights. The case, the other side has offered a fair settlement and we're almost ready to settle. The client has agreed on the number and we will settle it in the next couple of months. And I said, why in the next couple of months? Why wouldn't you settle it now? He said, we haven't billed enough on the case. So that firm is actually unethically running up the billable hours to make sure that the case is paying them as much as possible. When the client would like it settled right now, they could settle it right now, but that firm ran up the hours. So hourly billing lends itself to this type of practice all the time. So number 1, getting paid by the hour, billing by the hour sucks, so just try not to do it. There are alternatives out there. I work with all types of firms on alternatives to the billable hour. Billable hours in a law firm are a reality right now, but if you can think of an alternative fee model, you'll have a competitive advantage, and eventually the billable hour is going to go away. The second thing you need to know about billable hours in a law firm is that most firms have goals that their service partners, their production partners, have to meet. So a production partner or a service partner in a law firm is someone who doesn't bring in business. So it's very likely that if you're watching this video and you've asked the question, what are billable hours in a law firm, you're wondering how much you're going to have to bill because you're going to a firm that requires that you have to bill. The lowest billable hour requirement I've seen for young associates is around 1,500 hours, but generally, in order to be successful at a law firm, you have to bill 1,800 hours or more. Anything above 2,000 hours a year, you are a fantastic production attorney. You're a fantastic service attorney in a law firm. You may hear a model that law firm managers use, that managing partners use. It's called the finder, minder, and grinder model. Finders are people who are rainmakers. They're out developing business. The minders are the people who take care of the clients, and the grinders are the people who are the service partners who do the work. That model also sucks. It's outdated. In a law firm, everyone should originate to the point of profitability, which means in a law firm, everyone should go out and get enough clients so that the cost for them to be at the firm is offset by their origination. Then, if you're a production attorney, you bill on top of that. Or if you're a rainmaker, you go out and source $2 or $3 million on top of what you already offset your costs by. The finder, minder, grinder model is just absolute crap. All you need is you need originators, and then you need people who originate to the point of profitability, and then after that, they can do work for other people. If you're a service partner, you're a production partner, you're only concerned about your hourly billing goal, you can have 2 or 3 of those, or in a small law firm, or 20 or 30 of those in a law firm that has 1,000 partners. But candidly, if you're just a production lawyer, your future is in the hands of somebody else, and that's a really crappy position to be in. The third thing you need to know about billable hours in a law firm is if you're a service partner, you're a production partner, you need to bill about 75% of the time that you spend at work. That other 25% of the time, you can do admin work, you can do some marketing if you're looking to originate new business, but you've got a certain bogey you've got to hit every year. Probably every month you have a certain number of billable hours, about 160, 170, 180 hours a month you need to bill. That's like 3/4 or 80% of your time. And a lot of cases don't support that, so you're going to be put in a difficult ethical position in order to bill that amount of time. It's just a terrible way to run a business. The fourth point about billable hours in a law firm is that write-downs are inevitable. So when you ask me what are billable hours in a law firm, you know that you may bill 2,000 hours, or if you're a superstar, you're billing 2,500 hours a year in a law firm. You would be considered the top probably 5% in the law firm if you billed 2,500 hours or more. But here's the thing. The client is not going to pay a lot of that, because the client is going to say that that hour you spent on the phone with him just listening while the negotiations were taking place, you shouldn't have been paid for that. And the client is going to say that you trying to bill your travel to and from his office is not an acceptable expense. So you're going to agree to write down 5%, 10%, or 15% of the hours that you bill. So although you may be an hourly billing superstar, it's what's paid and what's collected. That's what really matters in a law firm. So write-downs are inevitable when you're billing on an hourly basis. The fifth thing you need to know about billable hours in a law firm, or if you're wondering what are billable hours in a law firm, the fifth thing you need to know is that if you're billing by the hour, you got to keep great records, and you need to reconcile your time every single day. If you wait until the end of the week to reconcile your time, or if you're a managing shareholder in a firm and you allow your lawyers to wait until the end of the week or wait until the end of the month, you're never going to get an accurate count, never going to keep accurate record of the time they spent, and you're going to have to write down a lot of time. Keep good records and reconcile those records every single day so that your hours are always in, your invoices are always up to date, and you get paid on time. I hate hourly billing, but those are the 5 things you need to know. Now, here's the one thing I want you to remember about this video. Get away from hourly billing as quick as you can. One of my goals when I work with my clients is to get them off of hourly billing, and you'll see from the testimonials on YouTube and on my website that once I do, that's when the law firms really become more profitable, more productive, and they can enable the lifestyle that everyone in the law firm deserves. You asked, what are billable hours in a law firm? I not only told you what they are, I also gave you my opinion. If you have any thoughts, leave them down in the comments. I want to hear. Many of you think that hourly billing is the only way to go, or that it would be a competitive disadvantage to move away from it. I strongly disagree with that. I want to hear from you down in the comments. I want to see you right back here again tomorrow. Until then, here's hoping you make a great living and live a great life.